What's up, everybody? This is Ross Clot 222, aka Excalibur, aka the MOBC, my own boxing community. Shout out to Red Glove Militant, 10 Players, Jay Cotto, Blood Boxing, the Boxing Librarian, my bro Duke, Southside Boxing, all you guys who are real fans of boxing. Shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to everybody that's always in the Boxing Librarians hangouts. Ben Worsley, all you guys, the Red Fox. Shout out to Red Fox. All you guys, man, that are true boxing fans, man. I know that there are channels out there that I'm cool with that are in disagreement with each other, and I would never get involved in those beefs. I would never choose sides, and I would never pick and choose sides or talk bad about channels to other channels. I won't do that if I'm cool with you. If I'm not cool with you, that's a different story. But no, on a serious note, I will never choose sides and play both sides of the fence. I always stay out of other channels' beefs, period. And especially if I'm cool with certain channels that are beefing, I really stay out of it. That's what the MOBC does. Right now we have Deontay Wilder going against Tyson Fury, who, for whatever reason, somehow is still the lineal champion. And there are people out there who are, now that Wilder is fighting Fury, they're saying that all the other belts doesn't matter. So the belts that AJ have, they don't matter. Then doesn't that mean the same for Wilder? Doesn't it mean if Wilder has a WBC belt, that his belt doesn't matter? That only the lineal champion matters? I know that the lineal champion traced down from many generations, and I know this, but I want to know, how is it that Tyson Fury is still a lineal champion? Now, in order to be a lineal champion, in order to lose your title, you either have to lose in the ring or retire. Now, on paper, I don't know, I haven't seen any contract stating that Tyson Fury has signed a contract saying that he retired. None of us is behind the scenes. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. As much as we like to talk about what goes on behind the scenes, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And Tyson Fury has not really officially retired, but he has announced his retirement 3 or 4 times, to the point where he was actually inactive for 3 years. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you like it or not, Tyson Fury had retired in those 3 years. And guess what? He's back. Why? Because he wants the money. That's it. There's a 50-50 split between Wilder and Fury. I don't know how that has came to be, because honestly, Wilder's promoters and advisors should not ever bow down and do a 50-50 split with Fury, a person who was inactive for 3 years and comes back and fights a nobody. The only reason why Fury is fighting Wilder is because there's a 50-50 split. Because if he had gotten lowballed, he would not fight Wilder. You know what he would say? He would say he needs a few more fights in order to be ready for Wilder. But money talks. You know it, and I know it. And I don't even like talking about the business side of boxing, because I am a boxing fan first. I really don't care what goes on behind the scenes, because we really don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Some people are already claiming that Fury is still a lineal champion. And I want to know how, when he has been inactive for 3 years. Explain this to me. Because if it was AJ fighting Tyson Fury for a lineal championship, you all would say that Fury is not a lineal champion. You know it, and I know it. And this is coming from somebody who is both sick and tired of Wilder and AJ. So don't sit here and call me some Wilder hater, because I don't give two craps about AJ either. Because we are in a boxing era of fighters who don't want to fight each other. That's what it is. Now, if Wilder happens to beat Tyson Fury, and I keep seeing this all over Hangouts and in comments, you guys are all gonna give Wilder full credit for beating Tyson Fury, and that's fine. I personally is gonna give him a little bit of credit for beating a past prime 3-year layoff Fury. Soon as AJ beat Vladimir Klitschko, the first thing you guys said was he was past his prime, he wasn't the same man, and he's coming off a loss with Tyson Fury. That's what you guys were saying. Now, how come we're not saying the same thing about Fury? Even though the fight didn't even happen yet. Fury, is he not past his prime? Did he not be off for 3 years? 3 years. Yes, he's younger than Vlad. We know this. But he's been off for 3 full years, ladies and gentlemen. He's gained weight. He's coming off a drug addiction. Cocaine abuse. And you guys are sitting there acting like this is some big super fight. Now, I give props to Wilder and Fury for making this fight happen. Don't get me wrong. They get props because, of course, I'm a fan of Fury. and I like Wilder. I don't like Wilder's fanatical, crazy, radical fans. I'm talking about the radical fans. But I like Wilder. And I like Fury, because they're gonna sell the fight, and it's gonna be a great press conference, and they're gonna convince casuals to want to watch the fight. But don't sit here and fool everyone else thinking that Tyson Fury is some guy past his prime like he's some killer, because he's not. But luckily for Fury, he has the size. Luckily for Fury, Wilder isn't technically sound, and the only thing that Wilder has is a little bit of athleticism and punching power. Nothing else. You know it, and I know it. So Fury is a live wire in this fight. But is he in his prime? Is he the same Fury that beat Vladimir Klitschko? Absolutely not. And you would be fooling yourself into thinking that he is. This is the MOBC. Shout out to all the real boxing fans. And shout out to the MOBC for being the king of the YTBC. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not the king. Holla.